This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, Authentic Muay Thai Lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out. I recorded this episode of the podcast while I was walking around in Bangkok looking for some food, some vegan food actually, over near the Chao Phraya River. I actually have some video that goes along with this too. It's actually taken from a video. But just talking about kind of a year in review for Pu'u Muay Thai, what I was up to in the last 2 months of the year. I know I wasn't doing a lot of podcasts at the time. There's something, I was traveling a lot. I did document a lot of the podcast. So definitely stay tuned. Give it a listen. You might hear some background sounds and stuff like that too. If you've been to Thailand, you're jonesing for some Thailand ASMR, you'll definitely hear some of that too. And if you enjoy this podcast, be sure to check out the links for Onnit, Total Human Optimization, down in the show notes. Every time you make a purchase of an Onnit product using our affiliate link, it helps support the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. We also have merchandise that is shipped worldwide to everybody all over the world. We have distribution in Germany. We have it in Latvia, Japan, Australia, Mexico, South America, Canada, and all over the United States. So if you order, you'll be rest assured that you'll get it as fast as possible. All right, so go check that out. It is in the show notes. It would mean the world to me if you guys enjoy this content, if you go support. With inflation, all this stuff that's coming through, it's one of those things that really helps keep us going. So thank you again for all of our supporters, and stay tuned and enjoy the podcast. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. It is Tuesday, December 6th in Bangkok, Thailand. You can hear the birds and stuff like that in the background, walking over to go get food. Just kind of update for everybody. I know it's been a little bit since I had a live update about Pu'u Muay Thai. So, we've had a lot going on, obviously. We had the Tulum trip, which I talked about a little bit. For Tulum, for Rumble in the Jungle, Mexico. Great event down there. Went straight to, getting ready to come to Bangkok, Thailand, and Pattaya, Thailand, and our student training camp that's coming up here. So, it's still Monday, December 5th, back home. Our students arrive this weekend in Bangkok. We're going to be training at Kit Kem Thorn Gym. We have some people from other gyms as well. They're going to be visiting. It's going to be a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. Not only that, but we're also going to be going to Phuket. So, kind of what I've been up to. I was over at, I went straight to Pattaya, Thailand, right when I landed. Met up with Matt Lucas, who's been here on the podcast before. And we were able to connect over at the Fairtex Training Center where he works. Really awesome. Got to meet some people that I've been talking to online for years, but never got a chance to really talk to. Got to train with, there's Stamp Fairtex, Champ Fairtex, his dad, Kru Jonathan, who I met a long time ago. Over 10 years ago, I want to say 12 years ago, when Champ was still fighting. Sorry if it gets a little bit loud here. I'm going to be walking next to a highway here in just a second if I can figure out how to get over there. I think I went the wrong way through here. I'll figure it out. But I'm in a nice, I'm not complaining because it's actually a nice area that I'm walking through right now. It's definitely some kind of lizard that's over here too. Love being in the jungle. Jungle that's turned into a giant city. Kind of going through the training and stuff like that there. I got to get up, go run with everybody. Met Karen Gorenthal's. And look, there's a boxing ring here too. Talking about it. Stuff's everywhere. There's literally Muay Thai stuff everywhere. where people are training and stuff. It's look, there's like a free park you can go work out. It doesn't get much better than that in regards to like encouraging health and everything too, right? So if you are listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, any other podcasting platform, go check out the YouTube channel. You can check out what I'm talking about. So also fighter Celeste Hansen, who's also been here on the podcast, she's up in Pattaya. I got to chat with her for a brief moment, and she's got some cool stuff in the works in regards to, she just won the Road to One Championship tournament at Lumpini Stadium on Fairtex Fight Promotions. And of course I got to catch up with Matt, have some food and catch up with Matt Lucas, who's been here on the show multiple times. So just like I said, big connection, right? And then this led me over to being here in Bangkok. Last night was the King's Cup in honor of the former Majesty of Thailand, King Rama the 9th. So now we have King Rama the 10th, his son, which is really cool to see all the differences for everything too when it comes into the King's Cup. I've never been to the King's Cup, so really awesome to be able to go out and go see. Let's see, yeah, I can get through over here. There we go, finally. But the King's Cup took place, and Matt told me about it. He's like, hey, I'm going to be commentating, you should come roll through. Yes, I almost hit my head on that wire. I'm going to roll through, and he's going to be commentating, you should come over. And I was like, hey, where's it at? He says, at Icon Siam. And it just so happens that I fucking love Icon Siam. I'm like, I would love to see Muay Thai fights at Icon Siam. They had it right on the waterfront, right in front of like where the boats come in. If you've never been to Bangkok, I'm on the riverfront right now, so you can kind of see if you're watching this. This is the Chao Phraya River. You can see this is a barge right here. They have these boats that float around. They go to the different malls and shopping centers, crossing the river and stuff like that, up and down the river, and it allows you to go kind of just explore and go to different places. So Icon Siam is one of those places. It is definitely one of the bougiest places. I just met up with Jack from Satrawut, shout out to Satrawut. He was out here too. I got to connect with him. I hadn't seen him since March this year in Denver, Colorado at the World Games qualifiers. So it was good to be able to catch up with him. He called this place, he's from out here. He was like, hey, this is like the Beverly Hills of Bangkok. So, and it's very much like that. It's very nice. But what's the benefit of it? Yeah, well, it does cost a bit. As an American, it is very affordable. So now I'm gonna be walking up next to the highway. This will be interesting. I wonder if I'm gonna be walking faster than traffic. We'll find out. The mission to being vegan in Thailand is it has some extra perks, but then you get some awesome views like this, and then you get traffic. So look at that. That's Chao Phraya River. You can see all the barges and stuff like that out here. Really cool area. But the King's Cup, like I said, amazing venue. Talk about going from like Tulum Muay Thai on the beach, with the fights in the background at the beach club, to this is like the two just kind of like picturesque backgrounds. Like as a kid, you would see this stuff in video games. I'm getting to be there in person. It's pretty badass. Not gonna lie. Very grateful for all these opportunities to be able to be there for these events and participate, partake, observe, just be around them. So event, they had fireworks going on in the background. It was pretty awesome. Some great fights. I got to meet Mark Peace from Strikeforce Gym Australia. His fighter won a world title. I know his other champion, Chad Collins, who just won the world title as well in Australia last weekend. And then he had another fighter win a world title this weekend. So, little accident just causing traffic. That is no good. So as they're kind of going through on, that's not too bad. They should move their car over. Learn it like in LA, right?
going to, being able to meet Mark. We've been talking a little bit online since like the onset of all the COVID shutdowns back in 2020. I met Nick Wang from Canada. He was over there. He's a photographer also and a fighter. And of course, hanging out with Matt there, and met Ali. He's a commentator. He's been a long-time English commentator here in Thailand for many, many years. So it was great to finally meet him as well. And also got to run into Mr. Gunther Planck. Gunther was the ITO, the International Technical Officer for IFMA. He was a representative that was at the World Games qualifiers. I sat next to him the whole week, and I think I talked about that here on the podcast before. I don't know if I made a video about it, but it was definitely on the audio version of the podcast. From the World Games qualifiers, you can go back and go check that episode out. So it was good to be able to see Gunther. Seeing him referee in action too is good. As a ring official, the people that you're learning from, it's always good to see them in action too, right? I knew he's good. He's solid. He had an interesting moment that happened in the ring where one of the guys' corners like spilt a bunch of shit all over the ring, so they're cleaning it up, and the guys were kind of like out of it and almost started fighting before he said fight. he got it under control though. But just overall really cool to see that for this whole convergence of Muay Thai and the world being that small, so that's what I've been up to. I'm really looking forward to connecting with everybody out here, with our team that's going to be out here. It's always bittersweet, like when I leave to Thailand, I'm like, oh, I don't want to leave my team. I'm really enjoying my work here, like in the US. But then I'm always reminded about what our team has done, what we're doing, and where we're going. And it's very important that we do these trips for our students. So I'm really looking forward to it. Also, I have some great news about tournaments and stuff like that was coming up. So yeah, I always miss my team. It's always hard to go, but as soon as I get here, I realize how much we actually need to be here more. It's just been kind of hard because the last 3 years we couldn't be here in Thailand. It's nice to be able to get back to the whole mix of things after all the COVID shutdowns, and being back here. This is what's like really sparked a lot of passion for me, is being here to begin with over 15 years ago. So it's really nice to just tap back into that again after rough years for everybody, right? Hello, my cop. Everywhere that you're gonna be here is people trying to get you to come take a tuk-tuk and all this stuff too. We got some of the temples up behind me and everything too. There's whole like boat tours for anybody that's out here. If you're with our student training camp and you guys want to come out and you want to take a boat tour around Chao Phraya, let me know. We can stop by Icon Siam. You heard it. It's one of my favorite places in Bangkok, just because it's so beautiful. It's you can't really, the quality of enjoying that kind of stuff, we don't get to enjoy that in the US, and I'm grateful I get to enjoy that here, because I know not everybody here gets to enjoy Icon Siam, just like we don't get to enjoy Beverly Hills. So overall I had a meeting last night as well. I fell asleep during it, sorry guys. After the King's Cup, that the WBC Muay Thai team is putting together an open tournament in February in Hua Hin, Thailand. There's no like selection, anybody can register for it, and they have some tiered setups. It's not just like professionals only, essentially, fighting. They have amateurs, and they're trying to make it more accessible for people to be able to come here to Thailand, which I think is actually a really great setup for people to be able to come out and come experience Thailand. And it's right at the beginning of February, so I didn't have the time to be able to figure it out. Like, the turnaround is very close, and the next Rumble in the Jungle in Mexico, I believe, is in February as well. So don't think I'm going to make it this one, but I'd highly encourage you guys to go check it out. WBC Muay Thai USA Instagram. If you haven't checked them out already, you're not already following them, seeing what Kru Brian are doing. Some really good things that are going on with Muay Thai in general, internationally. That brings you back here to the homeland, and they're making it really easy for people to be here And that's what it comes down to, is just being able to get the experience, demystifying a lot of it. That food looks bomb, by the way. Yeah. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy all the content. If you're not following me on OnlyFans, go check me out, onlyfans.com/Jonathan Pu'u. I'm posting all the behind the scenes footage, including these videos. They're unedited and raw. I upload it there first before I go anywhere else, and it's free to subscribe right now, so go sub. I also have some more content on there too. I wrote out an entire like brief that I wrote for our team on tournaments for 2023 and what's expected and what to shoot for, and all the blood work, rule sets, locations, dates, all that stuff that we're personally shooting for. There's more tournaments happening too. These are just the ones that Pu'u Muay Thai team is shooting for, and we want to try to make a nice strong shoot for it. I had a lot of people hit me up for it, so I do have it for sale on my OnlyFans page for $5. You can just purchase it through there. I am looking at having it offered at other places. You can look over at pmtlifestyle.com. Look down the show notes if you're here on YouTube, or the show notes on Spotify and the Apple iTunes later as well. But thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you guys have a great day. Again, live here from Bangkok, Thailand. Have a great day. All right, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, if you like hearing about all the stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing.